Ki khubor ka Batesi TV.
Ka umdi basnyam bat penjasliang. Rupa Premium Meghalaya. Admission open for playgroup, pre-nursery and nursery. Angels Play School, Upper Lachimia, Shillong. Contact 98635 or 6009322 Bull, a specially designed machine that is stronger, faster, more powerful and fuel efficient. Contact Orange Automobile at 977-400-3555 or 961-584-7757.
Hakasantrik Ulaber Aradar Pausan, North East Indira Gandhi Regional Institute of Health and Medical Services, Clara K. Lingko Sni Kabakatsan, Yagabatip Kumka 15 Annual Day Celebration and Graduation Ceremony, Hakabo Professor Dr. Mahendra Bhandari, Ubdiu Chief Executive Officer Jongkawati Kuti Foundation, Detroit, Michigan, USA, Ulalong Kumukongsan. Usambut Kongsan Ulalong Professor Dr. Ashok Puranik, Executive Director, AIMS, Guwahati. Kuwi kendram kilendan kilaidan lang bansaki kijing rakhi hakani kanop haisngi kikinthop igi doctor baki head of department ki pair baki khinna ki bapule baki lapas na kijing puli doctor Jongki. Laplai pat baru ya souvenir do Dr. Bhandari. U Dr. Mahendra Bhandari habakran kumukongsan labatai banyak Shaphrang kijing state jongani kejok kabla penankam daga artificial intelligence hakabaka mimic data baka human digital twin kayarap shikadai bankinti ka Rukom Sumar pang.
It is indeed a very proud moment, a matter of pride and privilege to introduce the orator for today's annual day celebrations. Dr. Mahendra Bhandari is a highly renowned surgeon celebrated for his groundbreaking contributions to urology and the field of robotic surgery. In fact, he is one of the doyens of robotic surgery and a world leader. With a deep focus on robotic surgery and medical education, he has pushed the boundaries of surgical innovation, transforming the way modern urology is practiced today. His pioneering work has earned him widespread recognition, not just in India, but the world over. He is a proud alumnus of the SMS Savai Man Singh Medical College, Jaipur, and he embarked upon a journey of medical education from Rajasthan University. Completed his urology residency from the famous Christian Medical College, Vellore, and began his illustrious career as a lecturer at SMS Medical College, where he laid the foundation for his journey in medical academia and leadership. He then moved to the All India Institute of Medical Sciences as a faculty, and his leadership roles expanded as he took on the position of Professor and Head Department of Urology at Jingpang, Puducherry. His remarkable career reached new heights when he was appointed the director of the SGPGI in Lucknow, further solidifying his legacy as a visionary academician and administrator. In fact, he has introduced some very innovative professional and administrative processes at the SGPGI which are still flourishing and are spreading to other institutions. He then went on to serve as the Vice Chancellor of King George Medical University, where he played a pivotal role in shaping medical education and the growth of the institution. The highlight of his academic career includes his role as a urologist, senior bioscientist, and director of robotic surgery research and education at the Vatikuti Foundation or the Vatikuti Urology Institute at the Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit, Michigan. He is the founder of the Center of Biomedical Magnetic Resonance in Lucknow and currently an honorary professor at KGMU. The famous Indian Journal of Urology, an open access and widely read source of literature in the field of urology, was started by him when I was an undergraduate in the year 1984.
Faculty of this institute, students, ladies and gentlemen, I am humbled and deeply honored for this singular honor your institution has bestowed on me. More so, it is named after our distinguished Prime Minister. At the outset, many times ignorance shows you the mirror. I've heard about Nigrams for a long time, but I frankly confess, till yesterday I was ignorant about it. And I thought this invitation is a social invitation because I had happened to know your director from his childhood age. But when I went around the campus, it is one of the most beautiful campuses I've ever seen. This institute might have political priorities according to their calculations, but as far as having worked in Zipmer for 9 years and has seen in this institute, in my own assessment, these are the institutions of utmost significance for the country. Pardon me if a major institute in Chandigarh or All India Institute closes tomorrow, there would be no void in the healthcare. But if something happens to this institute, the millions of people who are underserved would remain the same. This is a matter of great pride for you that you are associated with this institution. I was going to talk to you about future of surgery, and both the words I don't believe in. I don't believe in a future. Whatever it is, the present. And if future has to come, it would be present at that point in time. At the same time, I don't think as surgeons, mature Dr. Puranik would bear me out in comparison to our youngsters, bubbling surgeons. We become chicken. We sit at the gate when not to operate a patient. So, in other words, I don't believe in surgery also, and that is the future of surgery. However, it's very important for us to know, because whenever you talk, this is customary in US to disclose, I have just one grant, I have no association with this institution, or I have not done any dealing, or I don't intend to do any dealing with this institution. This is a very significant slide for you to understand. So far, so-called artificial intelligence, I'll talk during my talk, there is nothing artificial about it. This is simply an augmented intelligence. It's human. It is something like the top of the bread is human, where the algorithms come from humans. Butter of the slice, you may call, is technology or artificial intelligence. And no technology, including self-driven cars, is directly applied to humans. So there has to be a human interface. So these are not jargons, or these are not the things prerogative of the academic people or technical people or computer engineers. It is part of our life. We need to realize that this is something we will not be able to survive without understanding it. And you don't have to know complex algorithms, but you have to understand the basic of it. Why this generation is important? Because one of the famous Google's director, Ray Kurzweil, said, 21st century is not a linear count of 100 years. It would give you the progress of 20,000 years. And young generation which is sitting on my right and maybe on the other side would be able to experience 22nd century within 21st century. The indications are that nobody is willing to predict what is going to happen when. It is happening so fast, it's impossible for anybody to keep a track of it. And this is becoming a part of your life, like you can't live without cell phones, you can't live without YouTube and Facebook. Similarly, artificial intelligence you cannot ignore. But understand the fundamental of artificial intelligence, what it is. First thing was, in medicine and surgery, all along we have fooled the patients and guessed. When would you be out of ICU? Maybe 5 days. Would he be off the ventilator or would he die? We'll use our generic knowledge or we'll publish literature and say. So surgeons work under most unpredictable circumstances. On top of it, if it doesn't happen, we have an explanation for this. You said the tube would be out in 7 days, but it is not. No, there is an edema inside, so it will take more time. Now that period is gone. Medicine, there is a hope that medicine would be predictive. And what we did was, first work we did was, because we didn't have that kind of big data to analyze and predict, so we used MIMIC 3 publicly available database and predicted 7 days ICU mortality. This was the data. You see 3.5 million, because all along I survived in most unpredictable predictions. And then we had a job. Watch this slide. Let me tell you, at this point in time, I hate to preach, but there are 1,001 reasons we find not to do a thing, when you need only one thing to do it. And what we did was, we found out that there are competitions done by MICAI, which is the largest medical image computing thing, and they give label data. All we need to do is build models, and we presented this model first time. We didn't win it in Granada, Spain. We came in first 13 teams, and they gave a data to label the instrument. That this is artery forceps, this is a grasper, this is suture, this is kidney. So this is how these models work.
Of cancer, a hospital-based cross-sectional study. For the best outgoing BSc nursing student goes kindly give a huge round of applause for all the Dr. Laishra Brunel Singh, Dr. Martina Tariq Alfonsa, Dr. Mayuri Roy, Dr. M.D. Noore Nazar, Dr. Mrinmoy